Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Lighthouse. Again, my name is John Puryear, and this is part 5 of Denim to Diamonds in my series that I have been doing. So thank you so very much for following along with me. So part 5 of Denim and Diamonds. Again, I am the denim and my wife is always the diamond, but we're always trying to become the diamond that we deserve to be. So I'm looking at the iPad and I'm seeing the updates that is showing up in my application, my app store, and it's telling me what programs have been fixed, have been updated that will work better, the improvements to them. It worked out all the kinks and the bugs, and I see that I need to update those apps so they run better on the iPad. So what I've been doing in this series is I have been putting myself on that iPad and I've been looking at the updates that I need in my character. So session 1, we looked at the updates for ourselves to make us a better person, a man or a woman. The second one we looked at of being a spouse, how to be a better spouse to our mate, husband or wife. The next one that we looked at being a parent, whether that is a mother or father. And then the last one that I just did is I'm looking at how to be a better son or daughter. Now we're in session 5, and the next update in our character, it may be, how are we as a friend? Do we need to update the character qualities that we have of being a friend? Now, being a friend, I know that, some of you may say, I don't have many friends. I only have maybe one friend, or I may only have a handful of friends. And then others of you may say, I've got a lot of friends. I have so many friends, and that's a good thing. It depends on what makes you happy, but it's also, what is your definition of a friend? What is a friend? I mean, I say that I have a lot of friends. I know a lot of people. I have taught a lot of people in just my business, in my profession. I have taught over 6,000 students. I don't even know what the number is, but a couple of years ago I checked and I realized that it was over 6,000. So the number is over that right now. And I call everybody my friend. And I do mean that. But if you want to be honest, what people really are, the majority of people in your life, they are acquaintances. That's what they are. Some of them will be friends because they are more than just acquaintances, that they will actually help you, be there for you, make a point to talk to you, to share with you, to enter into a relationship with you, to where they spend time, valuable time, with you to build a relationship with you. That's a friend. And you always see these little pictures and postings on Facebook, about, you find out who your friends really are when times get rough, when things aren't going so good, when you're down in the dumps, you may be on your last dime, and you really find out who your true friends are. Some type of adversity, somebody says something bad about you, and then you find out who is either going to stand beside you, stand with you, actually stand in front of you sometimes, or the person who is now going to be on the other side of the line in the sand, and they're going to be hurling the rocks at you. They are nowhere to be found. They actually turn in an instant, and they become against you. They become an enemy rather than a friend. So I really want you to think about, how many friends do you really have? True friends. But more than that, I don't want to just look at other people. I want you to look at yourself. I want you to evaluate what kind of friend you are. What kind of friend are you? Surely you have people that you call friends, and you expect things from them. You want them to be there with you when they fall, but boy, are you there with them when they fall? When they go through tough times, can they rely on you? Really? I mean, can they rely on you? If they call you up and they say, I have this issue going on, I have this problem, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm at the end of my rope and I'm tying a knot in it and I'm hanging on. Are you going to drop everything and go help your friend? Or are you just going to expect them to come help you when you're hanging on to the knot in your rope? So let's look at, maybe we need to update how we are as a friend. So I want to go back to my instructional book, the Bible, and I'm going to look on my iPad. I'm going to look on my Glow Bible. That's the application of the Bible that I have. I have many, many Bibles. I have many Bibles, parallel Bibles, concordances, all this stuff. I mean, I've got a bunch, but I love my little Glow Bible. And I'm going to look at the definition of a friend that I think that everybody, at least in the medical profession, in the armed services, thank you very much for your service, can understand, because I'm sure every one of you have heard this. And John 15, chapter 15, verse 13 says, "Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friend." Greater love, no greater love than a person, a friend, that will lay down their life for another friend. For another. Guys, that's friend. That's what Jesus did for me. Jesus took my sins, my failures, onto himself and was crucified, was punished and beaten and crucified for me. He died for me. No greater love. Our military men, our families of military men and women, they're dying for us, for service to our country, for our freedoms. They are sacrificing their families, not seeing their children born, not seeing their children grow up, their spouses not being able to see them, their parents, their friends. No greater love. And I am so grateful for you. If you are in the military, you served for my freedom, your family of somebody who served, I am so grateful for your sacrifice, and I thank you so much, and I truly do consider you a friend. I want to look at another verse that talks about friendship, and it's in Proverbs again. You'll notice that I go back to the wisdom of Proverbs quite a bit, and it's in chapter 17, verse 17. And what it says is, "A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for a time of adversity." Wow, that says something. Anybody got brothers or sisters? You got siblings? I mean, surely during the time, y'all had fights growing up and everything. I mean, and you blame each other. A brother is for adversity. But hopefully we'll get to a point where you can call your brother or sister a friend. It's not just blood, and family doesn't always have to be blood, but you can eventually learn to call them a friend. Because a friend loves at all times. A friend loves at all times. I want to look at another one in Proverbs 18:24. 18:24 says, "One who has unreliable friends soon comes to ruin, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother." Are you a good friend? Are you a good friend to somebody? I don't have that many good friends. I mean, good friends. I have a handful. I have a friend that I call my brother. And my brother is my best friend, and that is Joe Longley. He is there and has been there no matter what. No matter what I have done, no matter what bad things I have done, I know that I can call him and I can tell him whatever it is, and he will never hold it against me. He will always forgive me, and he will always love me. That is my best friend. That is my brother. I have another best friend, and his name is Jimmy Little. Jimmy Little is the same way. I've been able to talk to him and grow in a relationship with him, and I feel I can do the same with him. And then I had a best friend that died recently, who is Jesse Lozano. And I looked at, he was there for me. But when he needed me there for him, I made sure that I stood when he couldn't stand on his own. When he couldn't do anything and he hurt so bad and he couldn't do it for himself, I made sure that I was the friend that the Lord was telling me to be to him. Stand in his place. Do what he can't. Love him no matter what. Be strong when he can't be strong. Take care of his family when he can't take care of them anymore. I'm being a friend. I'm holding myself accountable. But there are still some updates that I need to do to update my character as a friend to other people. Because I expect them to be there for me. But man, what I really got to look at is evaluate and update the character qualities of my life of being a friend. And that is being there when they need me. Being a true friend. Forgiving them. Unconditional love. When they call me, I answer the phone. When they ask me to show up, I show up. When they need whatever it is, when they're hanging on the knot at the end of their rope, I want to be there to catch them when they fall. Evaluate yourself as a friend. That's another update that we need to do in the quality of our character. The quote that I leave you on this version is not from myself. It is from the Bible, the New Testament, John 15:13. John 15:13 says, "Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends." That's the best quote I can give you, my friends. Thank you very much for watching this broadcast, my part 5 of From Denim to Diamonds. And be sure to catch part 6. We're almost done. I only got a couple of more. So be sure to tune in to part 6, and I'll see you back then. God bless you.